Hello students, in session 49 you can solve some problems related to H parameters. So these are the formulas used to calculate the H parameters. So all of you know H11, H12, H21 and H22 are the H parameters. In order to calculate H11, H21, the output must be shorted, hence the V2 is equal to 0, and in order to calculate the H12 and H22, the input terminals are open, means the I1 is equal to 0. Now this is the first problem. Find the H parameter of the circuit. This is the circuit diagram as shown here. So in order to calculate H11 and H21, short circuit the output. If we short circuit the output terminals, then it is clear that the input impedance of the circuit is 10 ohm because 5 ohm is shorted. Hence H11 is equal to 10 ohm. And now H21, that means current gain, the input impedance you got 10 ohm, the current gain can be calculated. So now the current I1 flowing into the box will flow through 10 ohm resistance and then through the shorted path. So I1 flowing through the 10 ohm and then through the shorted path. It may be noted that I2 is the output current flowing into the box. I2 is the current flowing into the box. Since output current is actually flowing out of the box, I2 is negative, therefore I2 is equal to minus I1. Hence H21, that is forward current gain, is equal to I2 minus I1, that is equal to minus 1. It has no dimension. Now you find out the H12 and H22. Now next you have to open input circuit becomes open here, means I1 is equal to 0. In order to calculate that one, input terminals are open. Under this condition there will be no current in the 10 ohm resistance. So I1 is equal to 0. In this sense you can say that 10 ohm, there will be no current in the 10 ohm resistance, and therefore there can be no voltage drop across it. Consequently, all the voltage appears across the input terminal is V1 is equal to V2. Hence H12 is equal to V1 by V2 is equal to 1. And now the output impedance can be calculated as I2 by V2. So I2 can be taken as here minus I1, and therefore V2 is equal to output impedance. Input terminal open means simply 5 ohm resistance. So V2 is equal to I2 R2, and therefore I2 get cancelled here, and simply you can get 1 by 5 ohm here. So in this way you can calculate the input impedance, current gain, reverse voltage gain, and output admittance of this simple circuit. Now you can see this second problem here. Find the H parameter of the circuit. So this is the circuit for a different format taken here. So R1, R2, R3, but here one more, instead of taking only R1 and R2, I have taken one more resistance here. In order to find out the first, what you have to do again, you first short the output. Hence the R2 and R3 becomes parallel. Therefore effective resistance first you have to calculate here. Then in order to calculate that one, H11 is equal to, all resistances must be what? R1 plus R2 parallel to R3. This becomes an input impedance, and that is equal to 6 ohm will get. Now the current gain. So current gain is equal to, you can calculate here. So I1 divided into two parts here. So therefore simply can write I2 is equal to minus I1 by I2. It is equally divided here, and hence you can take I1 is equal to or I2 is equal to minus I1 by 2. Hence H2n is equal to minus I2 by 2I1, and therefore simply it is 0.5. In order to find out H12 and H22, imagine here we are driving the output terminals with voltage V2, keeping the input terminal open. Under this condition, the voltage V2 applied to the output will be divided by 2 factors. So here the voltage is divided into 2 factors again here. So therefore V1 is equal to V2 by 2. Whatever the input you applied, that is divided into 2 factors, and therefore V1 is equal to V2 by 2. Hence H11 is equal to V1 by V2, and that will get 0.5. And now the output impedance, looking into the output terminal with the input terminal open, simply 8 ohm. Then H22 will be reciprocal of that one, you can calculate, and that is equal to 1 by 8 ohm. So in this we can calculate for second circuit. Now one more problem. The following quantities are measured in CE amplifier circuit with output AC shorted circuit. VC is given, base current is given, collector current is, then base emitter voltage, and input AC open circuit, that is given, all these things. Therefore input impedance can be taken as what? It is voltage across base emitter to the current across base, and that can be calculated by using this given data. Similarly current again, that is equal to output current by input current, that can be calculated by using given data. Then input terminals are open, then reverse voltage again can be calculated by using VB by VCE, and output admittance can be calculated by using this output current by output voltage. So by using these given data, you can simply apply for CE configuration and calculate all these factors. So thank you.